Welcome guys to episode 3 of the 2JZ-240SX swap. In this episode we're going to keep prepping the engine to get it ready for a big boost and get it ready for this 240SX. In this episode we're going to be installing the fuel rail and the injectors. We're going to walk you through how to do that. We're going to be taking off the torque converter that's still attached to the engine and a few extra little brackets and stuff on the intake side that we failed to get off last time because of strip bolts, and so we're going to be doing some drilling to get them out. I'm not looking forward to it. But yeah, let's get started. Okay guys, so kind of hard to see, but we need to get rid of this bolt to take off this. I believe it has to do with fuel something or other, but we're going to be trying to drill that out and getting rid of that. So let's see what happens. You know, I've never done this before, so who knows what happens. It is freaking strong. All right, so we try to get this bolt off to no avail. By drilling. So we're going to try to use an angle grinder, and to do that we actually need to get at it from a different angle. So we're going to take off this lower motor mount, and to do that, which we needed to take off anyway, we have to take off this whole oil filter rig assembly, which is literally this bolt right here. There was a sensor in front of it that we just took off, and there's a bolt right behind it, right over there. And after you take off this, it really should just come out. So we're going to see if doing that gets rid of this whole system. Close. We're so close, Chris.
Keep at it.
Yeah, I think I will. Yay! Oh, what a headache. All right, guys, so we have the engine mounted in a position where there is an access panel right under here. It's very hard to see, but it's under the torque converter, and to take it off, you have to go through on this side, undo a bolt, or a few bolts, we're not too sure yet, and this whole torque converter should slide right off, and then we can get to the flywheel and take the flywheel off, and that's what we're doing now.
Get it, baby.
Yes! Let's go!
See this? You never buy one of these. God, that is so ugly.
I know. Sweet. All right, ready for that R154, guys. Alrighty, guys, so right now what we're going to do is we're going to replace this stock injectors and fuel rail with a brand new radium fuel rail with ID 1050cc injectors. And to do that, we're just going to get rid of these brackets, all three, and there's bolts behind those that hold on the fuel rail, and then it should all come off. Sweet. So this is the stock fuel rail and 440cc injectors. Alrighty guys, so here's where we're at. Essentially, if you take a look down into where the injectors were, there is some not so good looking stuff down there. I think it's like oil or something, I'm not really sure. So I think the best bet is to just take off this part of the intake manifold and clean it up, because I don't really want any problems down the road, and we have it out of the car now, so might as well do it. So I'm gonna take this off, try to take it off with all the bolts that are around it there. there you have it. This is what I was worried about. I don't know what that is.
Gunk buildup.
I guess. All right, another thing we have to do is take off this VVT solenoid because it has a broken connector. And all you do is you take off this 10mm bolt on the very top. And it should slide right out. And we're going to put the new one.
Keyword should.
Should. That's right. It should just slide. Should just slide. Oh!
Hey!
All right, so that's the VVT
Let's
solenoid,
go.
and we're going to put the new one in. All right, so here we go, and it should just slide right back in, and we should be good to go.
Ah, damn, that was tight.
And there you go, and it should just pop right back in, and we're good. You just tighten down the bolt, and
First new part on there.
first new part on this engine. All right, so what we're going to install now is the oil pan drain flange for the turbo, and it just goes right on here. So we're going to just get rid of the old gasket. There's some on there with a razor blade, and then we're just going to install the new flange. All right, so here is the flange. It's from Freed Engineering. That's right on there, perfect. And then you just use the bolts from the original oil pan drain, the turbo drain. It's the turbo drain, not the...
Engine just goes right on.
It is. Okay, so that is the oil, or the turbo oil drain. Alrighty guys, the last thing we're gonna do today is install the new motor mount. So these are Enjuku Racing motor mounts for the 2JZ. Essentially, in the instructions, you mount the driver's side, which is the other side, motor mount in the same spot that the original motor mount was in. But on this side, it's a little bit different. Apparently, you have to mount it as far forward as possible. So instead of putting it in the stock location, which is right here, you're actually gonna put it in these holes right here. I don't know why, but that's just how the instructions say to do it. And you also want this motor mount angled back towards the back of the block. You don't want it to be flip-flop because you can put this in like this on the other side, or you can like switch them around. So you have to make sure this is pointed backwards. So we're just gonna get that bolted in nice and loose. We're not gonna torque it down or anything yet. And be good to go. That's loose enough for me. All right, so that is the motor mount installed. That is it for episode 3 of the 2JZ-240SX swap. Join us next time where I don't know what we're doing.
Or we break something else.
But we'll break something else. And catch you guys in the next one.